Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna go through all of my clothes today. I have landed safely, soundly, permanently in Copenhagen, and so has all of my stuff, all of my clothes. I have collected the rest of my clothes in Copenhagen from friends' places, where I've left it. So this is the first time I have all of my clothes collected out in the open together for so long. And right now I'm staying with family, but I am on my own in the flat, which is probably for the best because the entire living room is just absolutely cramped with my stuff. So I'm gonna sort through it right now, but to be honest, it's more for this video and for the reflections that I can do about it rather than like actually sorting through it, because I am just here temporarily, and then within a few months I'm gonna have to move again once I find something permanent, which I might have to go one more place temporarily after this, which I really hope it doesn't come to that, but might be the case. So I'm still gonna have to travel around with my boxes, and also won't really have that much closet space. So right now I am still just primarily wearing the things that I always wear. So the things that we're gonna go through is all that extra stuff. Some of it is gonna be nice to have around. I am gonna dedicate sort of like one of the boxes to be with things that I might grab and wear within the next couple of months, but that doesn't need to go in the main closet. And the rest I'm just gonna leave wherever. I also have one box which is already filled with things I've already decluttered that I'm selling. We're not gonna go through that just because you guys have already heard of it being decluttered. It just hasn't left my presence yet. I'm gonna sell that and stuff. So yeah, we are gonna go through that. First, I have a few words. I just think I should probably mention this for the people. Maybe there's not that many of you, but I've just gotten quite a few comments and also some messages about this. So it might be more of you thinking about this than I'm aware of. So I'm just gonna address it really quickly. So now that I've moved to Denmark, there are gonna be things that I just don't want to wear anymore because I am now in Copenhagen and the style is so different. And the comments I got were basically saying some version of like, you know, being careful of not like changing my style just because I'm somewhere else and staying true to myself, where I want to say this with respect, but I don't really want to care too much about being diplomatic about it, because I'm just so tired of having to be so nice about everything as to not accidentally offend anyone, but then sort of feel like I can't say what I need to say. It's sort of like your style is not some sort of like spontaneous nothingness that sort of like combusts out of your own free whatever from wherever. You are constantly, whether aware of it or not, subjected to and inspired by the things that are going on around you. And the things that makes up your interests and likes and dislikes is not just some spontaneous whatever that's coming like originally from a place within you. You are made up of like what's going on around you. I don't even know what else to say. And then on top of that, I also find it a little bit silly because I've probably been wearing the same like 3-4 outfit formulas, especially 2 of clothes within the past, like especially 4, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. To be honest, I wear so much of the same stuff all the time, whether that be like my clothes, my accessories, my jewelry. I've been wearing the same styles of boots probably since 2012, with one exception. Now I'm more into like more of a pointy toe, than I was when I was younger. Hoop earrings I've been wearing since I was probably 15, and it's still pretty much the only thing that I wear. Every time I try to wear something else, I stop it. I almost never buy anything in terms of jewelry. There are so many things I never change up. Like the jackets I have within my wardrobe, so many of them have been worn like a couple of hundreds of times, and if not, then dozens and dozens of times. I have basic skirts that are like in the hundreds of times of wear. Like I've been wearing the same exact colors for more than 4 years right now. And like even before that, I did have things in like other colors, but it was still primarily like blue, crisp white, black, stuff like that. Like this idea that just because I lose interest in some of my items because now styles here are different, that means I should be careful that I'm like losing my own like sense of identity and style. Frankly, it's kind of like ridiculous if I'm being honest, but there's room for all of us here. Your opinion is welcome, but it's also sometimes worthless to me. I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's my opinion of your opinion. So we're gonna go through all of my stuff keeping that in mind, I'm also not gonna get too much into details about every single one of my items, because then we will be here for 600 hours. You know how I like to go on and on and on. So I am just gonna keep almost all of it. This is not like a declutter. This is more just like a going through like things that doesn't really necessarily excite me. Like for example, a lot of the summer clothes, I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know that I would necessarily wear that again, but we'll cross that bridge once we get there and I have a proper closet in a space of my own where I actually get to sort of just have all my things around and start over with experimenting with the things that I already own. That's it. We're gonna get started, and I'm just taking like a random box. This, by the way, I think I've owned this since like 2013, honestly. A bit of, oh yeah, and also normally I edit everything down so that you guys don't even have to like hear me breathe, as to not like waste your time. I'll cut everything out that is sort of like quiet time. I'm not gonna do that with this video. I'm just gonna sort of like let it run and then cut things out if really need be, but otherwise not. So grab a coffee and then, yeah, I don't know, just hang out with me for a little bit if you wanna. This is the denim trench, which I'm not really wearing right now, but I should probably put that in the box that I just spoke of. Yeah, it's one of those things where like I was really excited and I really wanted it, but then it's not the best item of that type of version of that type of item, so I just end up not really wearing it that much. Sarah Basics. I think this is gonna be another one. Yeah, I thought this was so cool when I bought it. I haven't worn it for so long. Also, it's not the weather for it right now. Another type of those Sarah Basics, the navy wool skirt. Used to wear this so much, but now I haven't for 2 seasons. To be fair, it also just hasn't really been around, so I haven't really missed it, but definitely not something that I would ever sort of get rid of. The same is true for this, the cashmere pink sweater. Good to have, not something you wear all that much. Which also won't really matter when I'm gonna have like a completely permanent space where I don't have to worry about every single thing that I own all the time. Like things can just hang out for a bit. Then I have this blazer. This is like a linen blazer from Massimo Dutti, to be honest. I don't think this is something I'm gonna keep around all that much. I'll probably declutter it in the summer, but we will get there later on. Then the skirt. Also haven't really missed it all that much, but definitely something that's appropriate to wear right now. Another cashmere sweater. This is because I wear the wool sweaters right now. Don't really take an interest in these. And also Lily Silk just sent me some more cashmere recently, so I'm wearing that a lot more at the moment. Another cashmere sweater. Obviously gonna keep that, the Everlane, but also just don't really wear it right now. Lily silk blazer. This is definitely one of those things which, I mean, I'm gonna wear some of my other blazers in Copenhagen. This is not really all that Copenhagen appropriate, but that has been really pretty in Zurich. I mean, I would still usually wear the Jill Sander one, but that one has also gotten me quite a bit of wear. Then this dress, guys, have not seen this all that much. I was only really wearing it a lot for the first like year that I was also posting on the channel. Definitely something to keep, even if I don't wear it that much. Pants from Zara. Yeah, that's never a payoff. White jean shorts. I actually do wear these obviously in the summer. Same is true for, I have a similar pair, like mom shorts from H&M, which, yeah, I do wear. Ooh, this is interesting because this is something, obviously things don't look so great right now because they're in boxes, but this is something that I wear a lot in Zurich. My shirt dresses. This is the Uniqlo one. I also have the one that's slightly more like rough in the look, which I have a picture of that. I mean, I don't have that many pictures or posts on Instagram, but like one of my summer looks is like a shirt dress with like a nice camel or tanned belt. And in Zurich, that's such a good look. I don't think I will wear that almost like ever in Denmark. I'll definitely have to find some other things to style it with that are slightly more Copenhagen-esque. For me personally, that's a thing. I want to say fit in, but then people are like, you shouldn't want to fit in. You should wear what you want to wear. But the whole point is just that some of the things that you own, you like because you see them around, and that's how you're affected as a person. Where with some of the things you no longer see them around, you just pick up on that fact. It was sort of like the same thing as I used to always wear white trainers or sneakers like for more than a decade in Copenhagen, and to be fair, everyone else did too. Sort of like you know, with skinny jeans, everyone was wearing that too. But then when I got to Zurich, within the first year, I picked up on the fact that in Switzerland, it was only teenagers wearing them. And so I stopped wearing them because it was only teenagers wearing them. And I actually remember even then, because I was sort of like new to the channel, people were like, oh, but if you like them, and I'm like, yeah, but it does have an effect on whether or not I like them. Speaking of that, I saw an adult with pigtails the other day, actually twice in the weeks that I've been in Copenhagen. And I don't like it on an adult. I don't think it looks nice. They can do whatever they want. Linen skirt, linen shirt, obviously, it's completely fine. Then we have this dress, which actually is really Copenhagen appropriate. Danes like something that's more fun like that sometimes. So I'm pretty sure I'll wear that, except it is sort of like in a style that, you know, in Zurich I could wear this to like a regular party on like a night out. But this is probably more like almost wedding attire for the Danes. Long white summer dress type from Zara. Don't think I will wear this probably ever again, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. Then these pants, which are too small, from H&M from 2014, that I still haven't had the heart to throw out because they were my favorite pants for so long. And also the quality is still nice because they were still making things back then that didn't turn to trash immediately. So I'm still not gonna throw them out. Just let me have this one, okay? Dress pants. These are the black dress pants that I've worn so many times. But that now that I have the other black dress pants from Envy, I prefer to wear those. Then this is actually up for sale because it doesn't fit my arms anymore, but that's tough. Maybe I'll just stop working out so I can wear just that top. Just kidding, by the way. Standard white summer top from Abercrombie. Actually really nice. Wow. You will have to been here a long time to remember this dress. I still really love it to this day. It's a Ghani that I found secondhand, and then actually ended up finding another one of them. And then one of them I wanted to turn into like a skirt and a top combo. I still haven't done so, but I'm probably still not gonna sell either of them. Then this top with like a sweetheart neckline from H&M, which I love the idea of. It's probably one of my most worn types of tops, but even though I really like it, for whatever reason, the exact shape of this just doesn't really suit my body. So honestly, I should probably declutter it. Then we have some accessories that I don't really need to go through. Then we have a pair of black skinny jeans from Levi's. These are still my size, so I don't want to get rid of them just because, yeah, I don't know. Those are one of those things, like I have very few things in my wardrobe like that, but that I'm like, why get rid of it in case it comes back in style? It doesn't take up any extra space or anything like that. And then also I have these, now I don't remember the wood sort, but against, now I can't even remember the English word for that. The Danish word is mole. Nej, møl. Anyway, you know what I mean. It was one of you guys who told me to get those because I'm storing my clothes so that nothing starts eating it, because I have so much wool and cashmere, especially. Okay. You know what, then we're actually gonna go through the things that were at my friend's place, because when I came back from London the last time, it was summer and the seasons were sort of changing. So when I went back to Zurich after going to Copenhagen from London, I had too much stuff with me and had to leave a lot of it behind. So that's what I did, and these are those things. One of them, this linen skirt that I've had a lot of joy out of. Obviously still gonna keep that. Also totally fine for Copenhagen. Then this blazer from Envy. I do wear it, but not that often. I have a dress that goes with it, which to be totally honest was also the reason I got the blazer, which I could have just gotten the dress without it. But the dress I still wore. I actually wore it for New Year's Eve, this just like a month ago. The denim skirt from Arcade, obviously still a keeper. And this long denim skirt from Naked, which I wore quite a lot in London. Really happy with it. And here comes something really interesting, which is sort of exactly what I was talking about. So these Birkenstocks, these tan ones with the gold buckle, I have had so much joy out of those. I mean, now they're also not looking their best anymore. I mean, you could definitely still wear them. They don't look terrible. Also, it's Birkenstock, so it's fine. But these are probably some of the nicest summer shoes, in my personal opinion, that I was seeing around in Switzerland. I thought that they were so nice. I found them so, yeah, just stylish. They also suited like the rest of my summer wardrobe very, very, very well. But as soon as I got to London even, I was like, this is really not a vibe here. I mean, still wore them quite a bit, but as I was sort of like repacking things into like a big IKEA bag to take the things with me on my bike from my friends, I was repacking and we were sort of like doing it together, like going through things together. And I took these out of the bag and I was like, I'm never gonna wear these here ever again, am I? And she just looked at me and she was like, never. So that's interesting. This is one of those things where now people are gonna come for me because of the whole personal taste thing, but I don't care. You can wear tan Birkenstocks yourself if you want to. But these, I don't think I will ever, now that I'm in Copenhagen, put on an outfit, look down on my legs and look at these shoes and think to myself like, this looks nice. But I don't know, and I'm definitely not getting rid of them as of yet. This midi slit skirt. Wow, I really loved that so much this year. Oh yes, this backless dress from Naked. Only wore it a couple of times, but I think that's fine. I definitely still want to keep it. I'm excited to wear it next summer. Also, this summer dress, this I've had for so many years now too. I think this is gonna be 5 years this summer. Still really like it. Then we have this jacket that I wore quite a bit in London, which is definitely not a Zurich jacket, but it's definitely also a Copenhagen jacket. I don't think it's the nicest thing I have with leopard, and primarily it's also just because here they have the Garni leopard, and the Garni leopard just looks so good. Everything in comparison can sort of look a little bit cheap. So I do like it. I also really like the shape. But we'll see once the weather gets a little bit better just how much I'm gonna wear it. But I'm gonna put it in the box over here. Damn, this is actually an Hermes scarf. Also bought this in 2020. Wanna see it? Honestly, I've probably worn it like 5 or 6 times only. But this is what it is. Here is the more rough shirt dress that I was talking about. This just needs a belt and some shorts underneath. I bought this in weekday in London. Completely ridiculous. I don't like it at all. I think I've worn it twice. Completely nonsensical. To be honest, it was just because I felt really, really desperate for summer tops. So I started compromising, you know, not on purpose, but that's what happened. And then as summer sort of, yeah, like progressed, I just realized more and more how much I hated it. Then this is from my first long London trip. This is from Free People. I actually really like this one. I'll put it over here. This is just an oat-colored linen shirt. Definitely still a great thing for summer. And oh yeah, actually wore this in London a ton, but I have not missed it. Crop top, also really lovely. Oh yeah, and this one. I really, really love this one, but I don't really get to wear it as much, or I don't tend to pick it out that much, but do really like it. Summer dress. This is probably 3-4 years old now. I really don't like it, but I still wear it a ton. I don't know if you guys have items like that where you're like, wow, I really don't like this that much. I wish I had something better for me. But then because it's so practical, or it's so like lightweight, or like depending on where you live, like maybe it's so like warm or practical that you wear it anyway. And for me, that's that dress. Yeah, regular denim skirt from Arcade, which honestly, it's a little bit crooked on the back when I wear it. And also I like the wrap denim skirts more, so I don't really tend to wear this, but it's something that every time I get rid of one, I buy another one, so I'm definitely not getting rid of this. The wrap dress from And Other Stories is probably one of my favorite summer things. Ah yeah, then crochet dress. I also really love this. I bought this in London. Don't know if you guys remember. I only showed it on Instagram, I think. It's like a dress, a skirt, which you'll see how much I'll wear it. And shorts, linen shorts. These I wear quite a lot actually. Summer top, sort of like high neck. The same type of situation as here-ish. And another white linen shirt. Then we have the new boots that I just made like the Vivaya review on for winter. I got the knee-high black ones, and then I got these. And then I got these. These I'm definitely never gonna wear. And these neither. It's sort of like the thing when I get things for review. I always try to pick the things that I'd be most likely to wear long term, but a lot of the time, and for Vivaya it has been the time almost every time it's been the case, sorry, end up not really wearing them, which is sort of like, these are actually quite nice and they're so comfortable. So if it's your thing, it's really, really a good item, but I just don't like them. I just don't, even though I think they technically look good, they're just not perfect, and then I end up not wearing them. So these I'm definitely also decluttering. The Odd Muse top, I also left that in Copenhagen. Yeah, this is really nice. I actually bought a new top, like a new going out top. You know, usually I'll find a black going out top and I'll wear just that for a really long time. And then I always think to myself, this is it. I will never need another going out top again in my entire life. It used to be the Reformation top, which I don't even know where it is. I think it's in my closet. But now I never wear that anymore. But I wore that so many times. Considering the fact that this was a going out top, I only wore it for that. Like, imagine how many times of the times that I've gone out, I've worn this. I used to wear it, I'll show pictures. But yeah, I used to think that was just like as good as it got. And it was for a long time, but then still like it still progressed into me wanting to wear other things. And I recently found a new going out top from Aritzia, which I'll just show a picture, but we'll talk about it in the next wardrobe updates. And I'm so excited. Also, because usually the going out tops I have, actually I wear them with skirts, usually in Zurich, because that's just my thing. And I still prefer to wear a skirt here. But going out wearing jeans in Zurich was just a little bit of a different vibe. I mean, not that I would never do it, but here, when I go out in a skirt, depending, on the rest of the outfit, it can look a little bit too dressed up. So I had to like, the balance of dressing things up and down is just different in Copenhagen than it is in Zurich. So I've only wore it once, the top, but I wore it with the jeans, which these jeans are also new. I was gonna go into them in the next wardrobe updates, but that is more of like a thing where I tried to also pair it with a black skirt, which just felt a little bit too much, where in Zurich that would not have felt too much. I was gonna say if that makes sense, but that does make sense. Oh yeah, and then really quickly, just like the rest of my shoes, I don't think I need to take these out of the bag. These sort of like suede Sarah heels in nude, and then also, I mean, these have really seen their best days, but it doesn't look as bad, you know, it's the inside of the sole that's the worst part, but these definitely also still gonna keep and wear here for whenever I wear heels, to be fair, because you don't really do that a lot here. And then I also have these heels from another store. I love these still. These from Sarah, literally still have not worn them even once. These are one of those things where like they really just catch you like, whoa, that they are so gorgeous. But I've probably been convinced a little bit by trends. I mean, I still like them, and Bordeaux is part of my color scheme, but I have not found a single way to wear them, so I haven't. Then these, I mean, why would I throw these out? And then these are purely for my crow brain. I still haven't worn them. Hopefully I will someday. They look really good. They're a menace to walk in, but one day it'll probably be fine. And like one day these will make sense, and I'm happy to store them until that day. And then these I've already packed out. To be fair, they are like in the, because I have more space for my shoes, but there are certain of the certain pairs of the boots, like for example the flat boots with the round toe from Vagabond. I mean, I'm not gonna throw these out. Like, why would I? But I did actually wear them once since I've arrived here. But these are also not, in my own opinion, that good looking here. I find them a little bit too slender for the rest of the style of the shoe, that they don't necessarily look so good in Copenhagen. So it's gonna be interesting to see again here how much I'll wear these as well. But yeah, outside of the Birkenstocks and then the boots that I'm thinking of a little bit there, and then also just that the rest of the footwear I have being fine, still buying new footwear is probably, some of it is going to take a little bit of a different shape. So I think that's also fine. Like a lot of the things I'll probably still wear, but as I'm buying new things anyway, because that's just how things go, the things I buy will probably change a little bit. Then I have just like a couple of white shirts. This is obviously warm white, and also it's a lily silk. It's silk as well. I'm gonna declutter this. And then I also have this black blazer from H&M. I've actually worn it quite a bit. I mean, obviously it's polyester, first of all. Second of all, it is really one of those things where like it's a dead giveaway that it's H&M, but I have still worn it. Like I bought it back when I only had the Jill Sander blazer, and in certain scenarios I just really didn't want to risk wearing it because I treasured it so much. And so I had this in its stead. So I think this is another one of those things where like I'm gonna hold on to it should I need it, but I have worn the Odd Muse blazer when I would have normally worn this, because I'm not so iffy about the Odd Muse blazer. I don't really care what happens to that one in the same way as the vintage Steel Sander one. So yeah, these are also things that I doubt I'll wear. Actually, something that you won't see here because it's currently in the basement of my mom's place is the pink blazer, but I still have it and I need to go grab it at some point. Yeah, and still like it. Which, to be fair, I might wear that one more here. We'll see. I need a sip. You know, it's really interesting. I'm going through all of this and I have sort of in my mind the items that I have that I'm the most excited about. That's sort of like, you know, when you think of them or when you think of wearing them or when you wear them, you get this, I don't want to say nice feel. I mean, I suppose so. But just like these are the things that you want to wear, where there's so few of the things. I mean, there are some of it, to be fair, depending on like the season and the situation. But overall, there are few of these things that I have that same feeling about as with the things like that are in my wardrobe right now. Like some of the jackets that I really love, the skirts, some of the tops, even just like this top, which is so basic, but that I love to wear. And moving on, actually here we have the Jill Sander blazer. I'm gonna hang that up now and give it a steam. Actually, wait, really quickly. This is another one of those things where this is like not a vibe in Copenhagen at all. This is too tailor-made. It's too posh, like too polished. It's just too business, like where in Zurich, this was like with the Reformation top and like my black skirt, this was really good looking. I mean, I still find it good looking, but you won't really fit in with the crowd. Like I like what I like, but I also like what is proportionally good looking where you are. I mean, it doesn't mean there's not exceptions, but I'll definitely wear that less here. I mean, I already was, to be fair. Been wearing the Odd Muse blazer with the same type of outfit. Also just forgot this holder neck, this little linen thing. Oh yeah, backless. It's gonna be nice for summer. This is also, I was about to say like, what was I thinking / why didn't you guys stop me? But this is just another one for the crow brain. I don't have that many of those, but what was I thinking? Yeah, nice navy wool basic. I still have these. I think this is COS, but they also have them in Arcade now. Yeah, they're really nice. Belt for the Odd Muse blazer. This dress. This is like a linen Cupro mix, which is probably one of my favorite fabric mixes of all time for summer. It's really ideal. There it was, this top, the one where it's like it's only one sleeve but then it crosses like all the way over the back. I also have it in black. That's probably also gonna be here. That's also something that I'm excited to wear again for the summer. Ah, look at that. That's the Reformation top. This is also like a desperate summer top buy, to be fair. It's a little bit too see-through because I usually don't wear bras and stuff like this, but we'll see. Oh yeah, this dress with the cutout. This is also really nice. I haven't worn it that many times. I've probably worn it like 6 or 7 times only, maybe 5. But this is a nice dress. Then this is something that is probably one of the only things in my wardrobe where I've like literally decluttered it and then undecluttered it more than once because I think it looks kind of cheap, which I don't like that. It looks just too much like an H&M top. However, I like everything else about this top. I like the way it fits. I like the way it looks. I like the color, but I just like the type of fabric with the rib and the bright color. It just makes it look really cheap. But then again, something like this is not supposed to look expensive, but this type of like just whatever H&M item is just not really my style. So it's one of those items where like, I don't know, I love it and hate it at the same time. I still haven't had the heart to then actually get rid of it, even though clearly I've been trying to force myself, being like, what are you doing? So this is a Mads Nørgaard dress. Actually, for Danes, they will know the top. It's pretty standard. And then yeah, this is the dress version, but honestly the quality hasn't been that great, which has been really disappointing to me because I actually saw a friend a couple weeks ago who was wearing one of the classic tops and I was like, oh, is that a Mads Nørgaard? And she was like, yeah, I've had this probably since the 7th grade, which was like more than 15 years ago. And then I was like, wow, that's crazy because I bought like 4 of them like a couple years ago and none of them look that great anymore. And yeah, we were both really disappointed about that. White linen pants. I don't know that I'm gonna wear those. Then this is a brown naked summer top. I was wearing this. Why is that there, by the way? Because I was wearing this in London. It's actually quite nice, if I'm being honest. And it sits really well. And you can wear it without a bra, you know, if you like to. I'm relatively busty but still like to wear things without a bra. But they do need to just squeeze you a little bit. I mean, obviously regular fabric can't like hold anything, but if it just squeezes, it helps a little bit, and these tops are really, really good at that. Oh yes, then there's this linen dress, the short one, which all of you guys, or some of you guys really seem to like, and in theory I like it too, but in actuality I just don't really enjoy wearing it. But we'll see. Oh yeah, then this halter neck from Sarah that I have had since 2018 that I've only worn thrice in the past 8 years, and I still haven't thrown it out. Then there's this top. Wow, I really love this top from Sarah, but I don't like to wear green in that sense. I mean, now I've started to wear green a little bit, but it's for like outerwear. For the basic tops that I wear, I usually go for almost exclusively primarily white or black. For some reason, it just seems to be what I want to wear. So I did consider dyeing this black, but so many of you have said you don't think I should do that it has really made me on the fence. So now I'm not so sure, but I really, really, really love the shape of this shirt. So yeah, I don't know. It's sort of like, this is a green top and it's most appropriate for like summertime. So what would I then wear this with? Because if I wear it with like a standard denim thing, then to me it's already too colorful of an outfit. Then I would have worn like a white or a black top. So it's more like, what do I mix it with, you know? But definitely gonna put it over here. Oh yeah, and there's the tube top from Lamarel. It's gonna be really nice for summer too. And the other one I bought from Lamarel, the shoulder top. I have it in my regular closet, but I actually haven't worn it since I arrived. Then this really cheap looking. Then this is one of those classic, I hate to say this, but old money types of items. Actually looks quite nice, but it's just not super aligned with my style. Wow, I'm really still talking about every single item, am I not? I'll be a little bit quicker. I used to love this so much. I also just opened a suitcase that I sort of forgot about. It has just a little bit of clothes as well, but it's most like some tennis stuff and ice skates, some like my Timberland winter boot. Whoa, wait, these two. And then all of these shoes that I had actually completely forgotten about just because I also did not wear them in Zurich towards the end. One of them is these like loafers, which they are really nice, honestly, but I don't like loafers. Like when I wear something of that height, I end up going for trainers. Even in the period where I didn't even wear trainers, then I would wear something else. So I don't know what it is. Even with, you know, all of those like Prada loafers that got really popular a couple of years ago, all of that, I like, even that I was really not into. So I think at the end of the day, it's just something that's really not my style, but like who throws out a pair of perfectly nice leather loafers? So I'm definitely not gonna do that, but these are just gonna collect dust somewhere until I one day need black loafers. And I know that that goes against so much of like the whole minimalism and KonMari stuff that we've all been into so much, but there are just things, like as with the black skinny jeans. Wow, I really go on and on, don't I? Where it's like, why would I get rid of that? I have other things where it's like, you should get rid of that, but why would I get rid of that? Because it's a functional item that worst case, you'll have to go out and buy again, you know. Then also these black sandals from Aid. Never wear these anymore. And you guys remember how obsessed I was with these mules? I really love them. Now, could not care less, to be honest. But that's also just the cycle of life. For whatever reason, some things will just stay within your own style for literally, I want to say decades, but I'm not old enough for decades. I am only old enough for like a decade and a half to be my style, to be fair. But decade, whereas some other things, it's just for a few years and then you don't like them. Wool, way too warm. Definitely also gonna sell this, but it's one of the cost things as well. Then I'm definitely not the only Dane that has this. This is like a Moss Copenhagen polyester shirt. I mean, I'm gonna keep it, but why? But I am gonna keep it. I love it. I love it because it's pink and it glitters. And literally for no other reason. These two, I forgot. I wore these permanently for about like a year. I really, really love them. Now, or since, absolutely not. It's silver, first of all. And they're just a little bit too ladylike. I don't know what I was thinking at like the age of 25, but that was how I felt. Okay, I think I have mentioned this one before, but I don't think you guys have ever seen it. Maybe I'm wrong, but in case I'm not, you're gonna see it now. This suede jacket It was like the first thing I bought when I was straight out of college or like high school. Gymnasium, as we call it in Denmark. It was like my favorite color, Bordeaux, at the time. And it was for a really long time, to be fair. Wow, it is tiny now. It's really heavy, by the way. It's like heavy suede. And I was wearing silver at the time too. This jacket was like my pride and glory. Wow, I cannot close that anymore. But I have not had the heart to throw it out, which I had other things from this brand, other jackets that I have gotten myself to get rid of. I also had one in black, like a standard leather one. That one is with a friend in Switzerland. We've agreed that I'm not gonna give it to her, but she's gonna long-term borrow it. So she can just use it as much and how long as she wants. And then if someday I come back and I'm like, I want my leather jacket back, I always can. But she's getting some joy out of that one, which is really nice for both of us. And then this one, I think it's just gonna be one of those very few things that I'm just gonna hold on to, because for most of those things, I've gotten rid of all of them over the years. I actually think this was probably the only thing I had left. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but I talked about the same situation, but like with this denim coat, not trench coat, but denim coat that I'd also hold on to for so many years, but at the end of the day, it just didn't look good anymore. So I did decide to get rid of it, where with this, it's sort of like the same sentimental value, but it still looks good. And it's a nice item. So that might be the thing that I'm just not gonna get rid of. And I'm so glad that I didn't in that whole KonMari thing. I always say, I don't know that I always say, but usually that I don't regret getting rid of anything, but there are maybe like 2 or 3 items, all tops, where I'm like, yeah, you didn't have to get rid of that. But all in all, that's the only things I've ever decluttered where I feel that way. This dress, I hate this dress. You've never seen it. I was gifted it, by the way. God, this was so nice in the summer. Really short though. This is just a black linen shirt. Ugh. This one's also painful. This is the rain top, guys, and luckily the new top from Original looks kind of like it, in an even more Scandi type of style, I would say, but it has been really painful for me over the years. I think I bought it like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. That I've never gotten it to work. I've probably worn it like 3 times, and it's because I'm constantly fiddling with, I mean, I'm always, you know, sort of moving things around. You guys always comment on that, like I do it with my sunglasses and stuff like that, but that is really just me fidgeting. Where with this, it's me constantly trying to correct it because I'm not comfortable and it doesn't sit nicely. So I should really get rid of it. Then linen shirt. I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of this, but this is one of those items that I talked about that I don't think I will have any interest in Copenhagen, but we'll see in the summer. Then this is one of those old tops that, I mean, when I was really young, I would just wear it with a bralette underneath, and I haven't really worn it for years, but also just haven't really wanted to get rid of it. Then this top, actually, is like a top version of the dress that I also have like this. Never wear it. We're gonna see this summer. This is probably gonna be the summer, maybe, where I get rid of some of these things that I've collected just because I didn't have better at the time. But I also, we've talked about this before, but I don't want to be too quick in getting rid of things like that, because if you do, you're just gonna replace them with things that you're also not so happy about. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some observing in summer and then buying some nice summer tops, but only of good kind, so I can start getting rid of the ones that I don't really like. And then this is like a high neck top from Mango with like 3/4 sleeves. I really, really love this one. I have just grown out of 3/4 sleeves, so. Then this baby doll dress from Miyake. Yeah, I don't like it anymore. It's just not my vibe anymore. Linen pants, this is the same as the white ones. Oh yeah, this is like the off-the-shoulder type of top. It's really hard to figure out, but from Reformation, it is quite nice, but it's also been one of those things where it's like, when I find a perfect version of this top, I'm gonna wear that instead. And that still hasn't happened. Oh, some active wear. You know what? There's one thing that I'm looking for, I still haven't found, so I wonder where that is, because it's not like I'm missing heaps of clothes, so it must be somewhere. I'll let you guys know where when I find it, because this is actually all the boxes with clothes. This is the last one. So where is that? You know, the top, which actually looks a little bit like the rain one, but it's from And Other Stories. I'll put a picture of it. I can't find that one, but also I really loved it because it was in theory perfect, but I don't like wearing it. Yeah, it's tough, guys. This top from Zara, or like a bodysuit actually, gotten a little bit of wear out of it. Dress 2 of the Garnier one. Blue linen shirt, Eveline. these are the things, like I wonder how I'm gonna wear that in Copenhagen. I mean, by then I'll also slowly start adding some more Copenhagen-esque things. So I'm gonna mix that with these things. And a lot of these things are basics, so it'll be fine. This cashmere sweater from Uniqlo really needs a cleanse, to be fair. I think it's toothpaste, this one. That's the one in black, you know, the like this and then across. I really like this one. And then this one is new, actually. It was from last fall when I was in Copenhagen. My friend got me this, where it's like this. And then there's sort of like a peek into the the boobs. That was it. Give me a moment. I'm gonna see if I can find the top. You know what? That is so strange with that top from Another Stories, because I really can't find it, but I don't know where it would have gone. Anyway, I'll let you know if I find it. Just find a few more things over in the suitcase, which, I mean, again, it really is just like loungewear and ski wear and stuff like that. But also this one. Remember when I was so into these tops? I mean, I'm still kind of into the neckline, but the H&M version of them was really not the best choice. And here we have one of the Mads Nørgaard tops that I was talking about, which is so frustrating, but quality's just really gone down and there's like loose threads hanging from it and stuff like that. Okay, so that is actually it of what I have to go through. Obviously, there are so many things that you didn't get to see, because these are not things that, I mean, these are actually the things that I'm wearing, such as this one. I am really wearing this so much right now. We should probably do a video. I mean, this obviously is going to be so long now, so we should do a video of the things I'm wearing right now where I try them on live like this, instead of always just, you know, doing the pictures, which is also nice, but it's just, it takes a lot more work to, you know, bring everything out. But since it's not that much right now, it's fine, and we could maybe do it. But yeah, the thing with like, you know, the jacket like this, or I love this one so much, I really do. But also like the denim jacket that I bought from Zara. There's the blazers. There are the brown like polyester wool thing from Zara. Like all of these things that I'm just so excited to wear. The dark denim jacket, also with a belt, that I bought from Another Stories. Last time I was in London. That one I've also worn so much, even though it's been winter. I mean, so much, but I literally wear it as part of my outfit and then put on my winter coat. But that's really not comfortable. Like some of these jackets are really meant as like a jacket in their own right. Like once you start using it to layer with, it's really not comfortable at all. But I still have been doing it a little bit with some of these jackets because I'm just so excited to wear these as part of outfits. I'm definitely so over winter, which I'll have to do with for another couple of months. But as soon as I can start wearing like jackets like this, if I just layer up underneath like with a really nice sweater, I am going to do that, because most of my wardrobe that I really love and appreciate is stuff like that, like very funny jackets, and then the rest are funny. I mean, you know, different types of jackets in different styles. A lot of the time I really don't grow tired of them, and when I do, it takes a really long time. I get a lot of wear out of them before I then pass them on and get something else. But yeah, that's really what my style mostly comes down to. Actually, one more thing. I forgot these because I had already taken them out as something I wanted in my wardrobe as I was doing this already, but then I stopped so we could do a video about it instead. But this one, the denim tube top, it's not the most comfortable piece of clothing, I'll be honest, so it's not like I wear it all that much, but it is quite nice. And then also, this top is like my pride and glory, to be honest. I really love this one. Now that I'm in Copenhagen, this is really something that's I feel is cool here, so that's gonna be really lovely to wear. So yeah, I think that's it for this video today. I hope that you enjoyed. Any comments, questions, and opinions are always welcome. You can leave them in a comment below. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye.